I wanted to just delve into was the main part of this sort of conversation was that I wanted to find out where you first sort of like got into the music industry and found your purpose. So can you just elaborate a bit like how you first got involved in this sort of?
So I first got into music, I would say, when I was about 15. Yeah, 15, I would say I started like messing about with lyrics. I was like going to house parties. And at the time, one of my friends, he was a rapper at the time, and he was making a locally in the schools and stuff. And obviously, I always just really enjoyed his music, and he sort of influenced me to start doing this stuff. And yeah, like it just went from strength to strength. I wasn't really taking it too seriously. Then I was sort of like freestyling and not really writing anything down. But people were saying I was quite good, but I was just like laughing that off sort of. And then my friend said, mate, you're going to have to start actually writing lyrics down and start formatting songs and actually rapping in your own accent as well. Because at them times there, I was rapping in an American accent. Because obviously I was just used to listening to American music back then. So he was like, mate, you need to cut that out. So I did. And then I think I came out with like my first song, my proper song. I say a song, but it wasn't even really a song. It was me rapping over a rapper called Fabulous. He had a song at the time called Round and Round, and we all used to love the instrumental. So I did my own version of that track. I went to London to one of my friends' houses, and I recorded my first track called Dreams. And I thought I was just a celebrity. I thought like I thought I was ready for the music business at 16, 15 with this track. How wrong I was. But it got a lot of love in Hull, like locally, like in my like sort of the circles that I sort of hung around with, and in like the house party scene. And then I just kept on writing bars and writing more and more and more. Me and Crafty and another kid called Rory and another kid called Josh, we formed like a collective called Lockdown. Yeah. And I'd say, what would I say? I'd say like 2011 is when I sort of started taking it a little bit more serious. I just finished uni and I released a mixtape called Not Your Average Spitting. And I sold like over like 300 copies. I used to like go with my backpack, walking around the city centre, going to nightclubs and selling these CDs for £3 a pop. And then from there, it just went from strength to strength. I released an EP called Work Rate. I started going to the Warren in town, using their free studio. Met people like Stuart Baxter. And then just after that, that's when I met Dee's Kid. And then Lockdown sort of went from strength to strength. So yeah, man, that's just a little bit of a story.